Yes, people, I'm Mushley, and today I wanted to make a different type of video rather than being solely just about my music. I wanted to talk about some of the stuff that's related to me, what I go through, and how that relates to music. So today I wanted to talk about my struggle with social media because social media is just this crazy beast, and there's so many intricacies to it which are unknown to us at the minute. But to me, I find it difficult personally to post. Not so much finding the content. Sometimes I have good content, but there's a million and one things that go on in my head where I think, does anyone care? Am I showing off? That's a big one to me because I don't ever want to be perceived as being like, look what I've got. Oh, this is better than other people or any of that. I never ever want anyone to think that. But there are some cool things surrounding music and surrounding where I put my time into this. There are cool things. So it's like a mental barrier that sometimes me personally, I struggle to overcome because I overthink something so much that it comes to the point where I just don't end up posting it. So if you follow me on all my social medias, and I'll link them down below in the description and maybe put them up on the screen, you'll see that most of the stuff that I write is extremely surgical. There's not as much of my personality in it, and it's all just derived around music. So I keep my music and my personal life pretty much completely separate. So everything that you'll see, more or less, is related just to music. So to me, this is kind of what I find difficult because sometimes in my head, I become a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like stories. Like, I'm not sure how other people do it, but me personally, I might end up trying to story 4 or 5 times just to let people know that I've got a new song on the way because I may have said something wrong or something didn't look right in the video or the background. Because me, where I'm so used to crafting something from music and making sure that it's perfect, and if I'm making a video, making sure that all of that is perfect, that when it comes to kind of doing everything in the moment, I just overthink it a little bit. Maybe to the point where I want it to be more perfect than what social media should be. So then everything ends up looking surgically clean. The words they're well thought out and just relating to music. But then I feel personally that some of my personality struggles from that, like showing online. So my thought is just that I'm much more comfortable sitting down and talking to a camera like I'm talking to a person, because essentially I'm talking to the person who's going to end up watching this video. But for me, this is a lot more natural for me to have a discussion where I can go into depth with stuff, and it's more long form. I can read stuff and respond to it in my own time. So I kind of eliminate some of that instant pressure where social media is there. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I do feel that as a musician and musicians in general, it seems like you have to be more like a marketing manager than the musician these days, because it's all about your socials. You've always got to be posting. You've always got to be finding quality content. And to me, that kind of drives you away from the mission, because ultimately as musicians, we want to make the best music that we can. And for me, I struggle to do that when I'm focusing on so many other things. Like when I'm focusing on, oh, this is going to be good for Instagram, or oh, I could turn this into a story, or this moment. I become non-present in the moment. I don't end up enjoying the moments for what they are. Case in point, my latest single, Immortal, there's a music video actually on my YouTube. I'll link that over here as well and down in the description. But that song got picked up on radio, and I was listening to it live, and I was so focused on capturing the moment for Instagram and the story and sharing it with everyone that I actually ended up not being present in the moment. I didn't, because that song, the radio edit and video edit is around 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. So by the time that I've got my phone out, I'm trying to make sure everything can look as good as what it can with my Mac on the screen, and it's all sounding good. By the time that I've done that and then taken a clip and watched it back, the moment was gone. So I ended up not being present in that moment. That's why I'm thinking that I want to do more videos like this, where I get to address topics, where I get to respond to hopefully some of the stuff that you're saying, and I get to put myself more across in my personality on who I am as a person to all of you, without having to have the rat race of me constantly trying to find something and then in a way almost getting stressed and forcing it. In this way, I can put a camera up, I can talk to it. If there's a moment like that, I can set a camera up in the corner and then share that with you. rather than having to focus on everything at the same time. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean I'm gonna quit social media, although I probably have a better mental health because of it. But it does mean that I'm probably going to put more of my energy into this sort of form factor of content in making videos and planning videos. And not only that, taking people's feedback on what people want to see, because I feel like I've got a unique perspective in a way that I make music, I do the videos myself, and to me personally, I'd like to watch other artists do that I follow, that I enjoy. So if there's any suggestions, if there's anything in the process that you guys want to see, then just let me know and I'll make a video about it. But for now, I'm going to keep this one short, just so I can just see what it looks like, what it sounds like, what the mood's like, and most of all, what people think. So let me know what you think. If you struggle posting with social media, even if you don't make music, if you struggle with social media in general, because I do think there's more discussion that can be had on the situation, and I'd like to know what everyone else thinks about it. But thank you for taking the time to watch, especially if you've got this far where it's just me talking. I appreciate that. But yeah, if you could subscribe, that would massively help me and I'd appreciate it, and you'll get to see more videos like this. But thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.